Hi everyone, my name is Emma and I'm an instructor with the Cloud Project. Welcome to today's lesson about music in nature. Today we are going to learn how to make musical instruments with nature and recycling. In the process, we're going to answer some questions. The first question is, how can I use materials from my life to make something new? So there are many answers to this question, but today we're thinking about one in particular. You could use the materials from your life for many forms of art like sculpting and painting, but today we're going to talk about, drumroll please, music. Today we're going to turn some materials from your life into musical instruments. The second question is, where can I go to find sustainable materials? So, the word sustainable in this question means good for the earth. Sustainable materials are materials that you can use that won't harm the planet in the future, like recycled materials. When you take something old and turn it into something new, you are recycling, which is a sustainable process. So, where can you go to find these materials? Well, some major places you can go to find sustainable materials are parks, your backyard, your recycling bin, and even your own house. There are many materials around your house that could be used to make something new. Today, we will be using materials from the park or your backyard, and as well as the recycling. So the third question is, how does my consumption with art relate to climate change? So the answer to this question is by consuming, or using a lot of stuff to make art. By using a lot of stuff to make art, you are creating a lot of waste. In other words, if you always buy new materials for your art, you are creating a lot of waste. So instead, today we're going to learn how to reuse. And the final question for today is, how can I use art to help others become aware of how to achieve sustainability? Well, one way of doing this is through music. Creating music with nature is the first step, and the second step is your lyrics. So I have a sample song here that talks about planting trees. Planting trees is a great way to help the environment, and if you put it in a song, people just might listen. Your words are very powerful, and using them to help the environment is a great way to use that power. So my lyrics here talk about planting trees, but what will you write about? Your lyrics could be about picking up litter or saving the animals or anything you're really passionate about. You can write down anything you want. It doesn't have to rhyme like mine did. Alright, so go ahead and write down some lyric ideas in your scientific notebook, and if you can't think of any, that's fine. Just write down anything you're passionate about and want to write a song about. Alright, so you can pause the video here and write down some ideas before we move on to creating the music behind the lyrics. Okay, welcome back everybody. With these questions in mind, it's time to create some music using nature and recycling. The first instrument we are going to make are drums. So there are many different materials in nature that you can turn into drums. You can use sticks, rocks, metal, or other materials you see lying around you, around your backyard or the park. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is look around and try to find 2 sticks. These will become your drumsticks. Then you can wander around outside to find materials to drum on. You can drum on trees, on rocks, on metal, on benches, anything you want to. So you can try out these different materials and see what sort of sounds you can make. Alright, so go ahead and pause the video and try out these sounds. Okay, I hope you had fun finding out the different sounds you can make with just 2 drumsticks. So here on my drums, the first thing I tried was drumming on chairs, and this is what I made. And then I tried drumming on a bench, and it sounded like this. Oh, sorry, I tried drumming on a fence, and it sounded like this. The next one is the bench, and I made this beat. And then for the last drum, I used a rock instead of a stick, and it made a cool clinking sound like this. So those are the drums. Okay, so the next instrument we're gonna make is a water bottle jug. So water bottle jugs can be a little tricky. I know I didn't get the sound the first time I tried. So for this one, you're gonna take a bottle with a small hole on top. Plastic bottles work great, like from the recycling. And then you can place your bottom lip on the edge and blow the air straight ahead, and it should make a sound like this. Like a low whistle or a train whistle. Okay, so you don't have to be mad if the sound doesn't come the first time. You can keep trying, or you can just hum the note instead. Whatever note you want to make, you can just go And so yeah, the final instrument we have today are maracas. So if you have any containers or plastic bottles lying around, you can use the same one that you did for the water jug if you want. We can use that recycling to make a new instrument called maracas. So you take this container or plastic bottle and fill it with sand or rocks or pretty much anything you find lying around your backyard or a nearby park. Once you have filled the bottle, you can shake it and it creates a really cool sound. So you can try this out right now. You can pause the video, get a plastic bottle, fill it with sand or rocks or anything. And once you're ready, I will move on. Okay, so here are what my maracas looked like. It's pretty cool. And so now it's time to put all these sounds together. Are you excited to see what your song sounds like in the end? So you can use an app like GarageBand or Soundtrap if you have nobody else, but even better than that is you can gather more people, like your friends and family. They can all come over and you can play all these instruments together. You can find some drums, you can find a water bottle jug and some maracas, and when you all play, it could sound something like this. Okay, so here's what we learned today. Number 1, we learned that materials can be found all around you, and the materials you see in your life can be used to make something new. The second thing we learned is that your words are very powerful, so you should use them for good. And the final thing we learned is that music can be found everywhere, even in nature. Okay, so don't forget to take the quiz located in the description and check out our other videos. Thanks so much for watching, and see you later.